here's a simple way to add fine hairs when drawing on drafting film if you don't have a slice tool or a craft knife. If I want something that looks a little bit more softly focused and perhaps a little bit translucent so that I can still see some of the colour from the layers underneath showing through the hairs, I tend to go to a white polychromos pencil. I use the polychromos pencil because polychromos pencils are known for keeping very sharp points on them for longer, and that obviously helps to create the nice thin bits of hair that I want to draw onto the drafting film. So I use the polychromos for that reason. I also tend to use the white for this technique. I have tried it with other colours and I find that it's easier to use the white to add the white fur in, and then I can always tint and colour the fur afterwards. So for instance, if I wanted to tint some of these hairs with a warm grey 2 afterwards to make them a little bit more beige, I find that it's easier to put the white on first, then tint them with the warm grey 2 afterwards once they're in place, rather than try and put them in with the warm grey 2 in the first place. I just find that it works better using the white and then colouring the white afterwards if I want to colour it. So I'll take a polychromos pencil, a white polychromos pencil with a nice sharp tip, and I'll run it backwards and forwards over the drafting film until I push the pigment underneath out of the way and put the white pencil on top. I find that this technique works a lot better if the tooth of the drafting film is full, so that I can't really get any more layers down. If I put the pencil down before the tooth of the drafting film is full, it'll just be like adding a white layer of pencil over the top of the layers that are already down there. But I won't get these lovely fine lines that you can get when the tooth of the drafting film is full. So once the tooth of the drafting film is full, so I can't get any more layers down with the colour pencils, I'll take the polychromos pencil with a sharp tip and run the pencil backwards and forwards along the hair that I want to create until the tip of the polychromos pencil pushes the pigment underneath out of the way. So it works very similar to the slice tool in that it's pushing the pigment underneath out of the way and effectively removing that pigment off the drafting film. The difference is that when I use the polychromos pencil, it creates a soft and very translucent mark on the paper, so it can create some really nice soft natural looking hairs on the drawing. I'm pressing on ever so slightly harder, still not pressing on really hard, not trying to indent the drafting film in any way, not trying to press on so hard that I put really harsh marks on the drafting film. I just gently run that pencil backwards and forwards with slightly more pressure than I used when I put the underlayers down, and that will push the pigment out of the way, which create these lovely soft marks, which in this case represent these hairs that are falling over the dog's tongue and the dog's mouth. So that's it. That's how I added the soft hairs falling around the edge of the mouth and over onto the tongue on this drawing. Here's the drawing finished. If you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.